Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long, I feel like, since I've filmed. Like, it feels crazy. A couple weeks ago, I actually had food poisoning, so that was not fun. It was not a good experience for me. My mom and I had went out to lunch together and we got salad, and I guess it was like in the car for too long because we went shopping afterwards for a little bit, but I didn't think we went shopping that long, but apparently we did. Because I ate the salad for leftovers 2 days later, and like 3 hours later I was throwing up and I had to miss 2 days of work, and it was not fun. So between that and then just like being in my work brain mindset, it's just been hard to kind of like sit down and film and edit and post everything. So apologies for that. I'm gonna try to get better, and you know, I don't know if it's gonna be Thursday, Friday, Saturday that I post videos, but I am gonna try to keep up with the 3 videos a week. Now that that's over, today I'm going to show you guys how I got this look right here, and it is Valentine's Day inspired. I felt like, you know, it's February 1st right now that I'm filming this, and yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up, so I don't know, I felt like the red and the pink was really, you know, Valentine's Day-ish. Alright, so if you guys like this look and you want to see how I got it, just keep watching. Okay, so I've already primed my eye with the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus eyeshadow primer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Cala 415 brush. I'm going to pick up the shade Beaches and Cream from Makeup Geek, which is that one right there. And I'm just going to use that one as my transition shade. And this one, it doesn't really like show up as like super pigmented against my skin, so I'm mainly just using this to kind of just lay down a foundation for the next colors and to kind of take away any stickiness that the eyeshadow primer may have left. And I'm also going to run that under my eye. Alright, so then next on my Morphe M330 brush, I'm going to grab the shade Razzleberry from Makeup Geek, which is this bright red guy here, right here. And I'm just going to start to work that one into the crease of my eye. And I am just kind of like dabbing my brush barely and then patting it and just flicking off any extra so that it doesn't like fall down onto my face makeup, and it makes it just like a little bit easier to blend everything together. And I am going to kind of bring this red shade up a little higher than I would normally bring it up, just because we want to leave enough room to actually be able to make the cut crease. And I am going to kind of stick to a more rounded shape right here. I don't really want that whole like elongated shape to my eye today. I just kind of wanted to keep it to kind of more of a rounder shape than I normally do. Alright, and then I'm going to switch brushes over to my Glam Beauty little pencil brush from Walmart. And I'm going to pick up some more of Razzleberry, and I'm just going to run that under my eye. And again, just I'm building the color up. I'm not like going in with all of the pigment right away because I don't want it to be any harder to blend, and I don't want it to, again, just like get all over my face makeup. It might be easier for you to do your eyeshadow before you do your face makeup. And I'm just very gently running this brush against my skin. And I'm just going to wrap that color around right here. Again, just keeping to that rounded shape. Alright, and then I'm just going to switch back to my Morphe M330 brush, and I'm going to grab my Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to grab this red shade right here. And I'm just going to kind of overlap that over top of everywhere where we just put that Razzleberry, because I really wanted to, like, I wanted both the red and the pink in this eyeshadow to stand out. I don't want the red to blend into the pink and it all just kind of look like pink, or all of it to just look red. I wanted both colors to really like stand out. So I'm just going to dip into that and again just pat off extra and just kind of run that over where we put Razzleberry. And again, just doing the same with my Glam Beauty brush along the bottom. And then I'm just going to switch back over to my Cala 415 brush, and I'm just going to run that along the edges of where we put that shadow down, just to really diffuse that color and help blend it outward. Alright, so then after that, I'm going to grab my Japonesque 230 brush, and again, just going over to my Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to grab this like insanely hot pink color right here, and I'm just going to start to pack that onto the outer portion of my lid. And I'm really just making sure to like press it into my skin. Like I'm not like wiping it and flicking it everywhere. I'm just really kind of pushing it into my lid. And I am going to avoid the center area of my lid. Again, I've said this a million times when I'm like doing cut crease videos. It doesn't matter if it does get on the middle because you're going to go in with concealer and clean it up, but it just makes it easier to kind of just try to avoid that area. And I'm also going to just put that on this inner portion of my lid. And I am going to kind of like somewhat overlap this a little bit into the crease just so that there's no like gap between the red and the pink. Alright, so again, switching brushes over to my Morphe MB47 little flat top square brush. I'm going to grab more of that hot pink, and I'm going to press that along my lower lash line here. And I'm pressing it into my skin again so that the pink will really pop, and it's not going to just like really like blend it all out and just make it all fade. I really want that pink to pop. Pink to pop. Alright, so then after that, I'm just going to start to work backwards like I always do. So I'm going to grab my Morphe M330 brush, and I'm going to grab more of that red color that was in the 35B palette, and I'm just going to run that over my crease again, just so that that pink that we overlapped into the crease, the colors really like mesh together nice. I feel like I haven't filmed a tutorial in so long, and I feel like I'm like tripping over my words. I'm like, what am I even doing now? Alright, and then again, just grabbing my Cala 415 brush and blending along the edges a little bit more. Alright, so now I'm just going to start to carve out that cut crease area. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape, and I use the shade Light, just for reference. And I'm just going to take like a little dab of that on the back of my hand. And on my little e.l.f. concealer brush, I'm just going to pick some of that up and start to work that into my lid here. And again, I've said this a million times in my cut crease videos, but if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, what I do when I do any type of cut crease, because I have hooded eyes, I like to look at myself straight on in the mirror and hold my eyes how I would normally hold them on a regular day. So I'm not going to be like squinting them or raising my eyebrows, because that's going to, like, if I raise my eyebrows and I put the cut crease right here and then I relax my eyebrows, the hooded eye, like the hood, will cover up the cut crease. So if you just kind of hold your eyes how you normally hold them, that'll let you see where your skin actually like falls, and it'll help you to kind of figure out where you want the line. And I'm only doing like the center portion here just because I am doing like a spotlight cut crease. Okay, so then after I've actually laid that little line down there, I'm gonna wipe off my brush, just like wipe off any of that concealer that we had. And I'm going to like wiggle along the edges like here and here, just so that it kind of like helps to blend that concealer into the eyeshadow, because we don't want harsh lines like down our lid. The only line that we want to show is just that top cut crease area. This is terrible. Okay, like every single time I do my makeup, I don't know if I'm sure it's not just me, but like this always happens. Like why? Why do I need to wipe my makeup all over myself? This is ridiculous. Alright, so then after the line is kind of like blended out on the edges, I'm just going to grab more of that concealer and start to bring it down onto my lid. And I'm going to be really careful to only keep this in this middle area and where I want that cut crease spotlight to be. Just because I don't want it to get, like all over the other like work that I've done. So just be really careful not to go too crazy. And again, just along the edges, I'm taking less product on my brush and just dabbing, just so that that concealer really like blends into that pink eyeshadow. Alright, so now that that concealer is laid down and we have like that general area where we want the cut crease to be, I'm going to pick up this little, my small little MAC shadow brush, and I'm going to grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit, and I'm going to grab the shade Kitty Cat, which is the like pink shade that's in here, and I'm just going to pack that over top of the concealer. And again, when I dip into this, I am tapping it off because I don't know if all the Anastasia glow kits are like this, but this does have like chunkier glitter that's in it. But if you kind of like tap it off, the big glitter pieces kind of fall off and then just the shimmer stays. So I just like to kind of like tap it off because I don't want a bunch of like big glitter. And I am going to be careful not to get this above the cut crease. We are going to go back in and kind of sharpen that line up a little bit, but it makes it a lot easier when you just don't get a bunch of glitter above there. And again, just less product on my brush and dabbing along the edges so that there aren't any like really strong lines down our lid. Alright, so then next I'm going to do like a mixture of Makeup Geek's Phantom and Hot Pants, which that one right there is Phantom and that is Hot Pants, and they're both kind of like pinky purple duochromes. So I'm just going to kind of like dab into both of them, just like a little bit of both. And I'm going to start to like pat that over where we put that kitty cat highlighter. Just because like I liked the shimmer of the highlighter, but I do kind of want to add a little bit more pink back to it. Alright, so then I'm going to switch back to my Japonesque 230 brush, and I'm going to grab more of that hot pink color in the 35B palette, and I'm just going to pat it over where we had already laid down this pink. I just want to kind of bring the color back a little bit. And then less product on my brush. Goodness, I'm going to look like Princess Poppy by the end of this video. All of my freaking hand is going to be pink. But I'm going to take less product on my brush and again, just I'm going to pat it along that line there. Alright, so then after that, because I was like unsure of what I was doing with this eye when I did it, I'm going to also pick up this color in the 35B palette. It's kind of like a shimmery pink color, and I'm just going to just like dab that over top of the middle again. I'm just adding like a bunch of different pinky glitter, and you know, this is just what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna tap this over this middle area just to kind of bring back that shimmery pink. Don't you hate that when you're like doing your makeup and you like either mess up or you just kind of are like playing around with something and you do it on one eye, so then you have to do it on the other eye. Like so if you like mess up in one area over here, you have to mess up on this side also so that it doesn't look crazy on both. Alright, and then again, I'm just going to grab my Morphe M330 and I'm going to pick up that red shade in the 35B palette. And working backwards again, I'm just going to put this into my crease and kind of just help again to blend out the edges of that line. Okay, so then now I'm going to pick up my little, it's like the little angled pencil-y brush from the Glam and Beauty kit, and I'm going to pick up more of that red color from the 35B palette and tap off any extra, and I'm just going to run that along the top of the cut crease line here just to kind of like sharpen that up again. Alright, and then I'm actually going to grab my Glam and Beauty pencil brush, the first one again, and just lightly run that along the top of this line to help kind of blend that out. Alright, so then I'm going to go back to my MAC shadow brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that kitty cat highlighter, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner of my eye and on my brow bone. I'm going to try to like wiggle this in between my eyebrow hairs that are on my brow bone. My brows need to be waxed so bad. And that highlighter is what I have on my cheeks and like all the other highlighted areas here. What I did is, again, I always use my Sonia Kashuk 109 brush, which is this guy right here. And I will use the Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Gold highlighter that I've been obsessed with lately. So I'll put that kind of like in the general areas that I want to highlight. And then I will go back in with one of like whatever I'm feeling that day. I'll grab one of the, if I can open it, highlighters from the Nicole Guerriero and ABH Glow Kit, just on like the highest points of my cheeks. So today what I did was I took that Molten Rose Gold and did, you know, all of the places that I normally highlight, but then I grabbed some of Kitty Cat and I just put that on like the highest points. So that's why it's like, damn. Alright, so now I am going to throw on the Dalton Effort Lash Mascara, which I am absolutely in love with, by the way. I have used this before, but I ran out a while back, and I just kept getting drugstore mascaras. I'm in love with my Mega Plush mascara, too, from Maybelline, but this one is great. I will say, if you're somebody that doesn't like a big brush on your mascara, this might not be for you, because look at that, like the brush is kind of big. So if you're not a fan of that, you might not like it. And I am going to do 2 coats of this on the top and bottom just to really like make my eyelashes pop. Alright, so now I'm just going to pop on my other Salon Perfect oh my gosh, I need to look this up. Hold on a sec. I always like forget which one is which because I use the 614 and the 615. And I always like forget which one I'm using. Okay, the 614. Yes, I'm going to use my Salon Perfect 614 lash. And a dumb mistake by me today, I accidentally grabbed my dark glue, my dark toned duo glue, and put it on this lash. So mess up on one side, you gotta mess up on the other. So I don't know what I was thinking because I'm not wearing eyeliner today, and usually when I'm not wearing eyeliner and I use lashes, I'm using like the clear toned duo glue just so that like it doesn't have black showing where there is no eyeliner for it to blend into. So yeah, I grabbed this and I put it on the lash, and then I was sitting there looking at myself and I was like, I wasn't supposed to use that one. that was a mistake. But what I'm gonna do, since I did use the dark toned glue, is I'm gonna actually let this dry for a little bit longer than I normally would, just so then when I put it on my lash, the glue kind of stays in place. It doesn't like smush upward because I don't want a bunch of black glue on my eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this set up for a little bit longer than what I normally would. Alright, and when I put this on, I'm gonna be very careful not to let it touch my eyelid at all. I'm just going to get it as close to my lash line as I possibly can. Again, because I don't want black glue on my eyeshadow. Also, if you guys would be like interested in me doing some type of little video on like applying false lashes, let me know. I don't really know like what I would do, like how I would like show you guys that, but if you want like something like that, I can kind of like think through it and possibly film something like that if that's like something you're interested in. So let me know. All right, and while that glue is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. And what I'm gonna do today, because personally, like if it's your thing, that's totally fine, but personally with my bright Ariel red hair and then this red headband with the pink and red eyeshadow, I don't think a pink or a red lipstick is going to look that good with this. I just feel like it's gonna be too much for my liking. So I'm just gonna stick to kind of a more nude, a nude lip. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some chapstick on. As always, I always put chapstick on, like no matter what, like lipstick, lip liner, nothing, like I always put chapstick on. I cannot deal with dry lips. But then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the NYX Peekaboo Neutral lip liner, which is, oh god, my hand, which is like that color right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly line my lips, just because this is kind of like, it's really similar to my natural lip color. Alright, so then once I have that on, I'm just going to kind of like pat over it and pat it into the chapstick, because all I really wanted from this is just like a little bit of definition to just kind of like show that I have lips, to just kind of define them. So I'm just gonna like pat that in and just kind of like blend that line into my own lip color. Alright, and then over that, I'm just gonna grab the Milani Moisture Lock Coconut Oil Infused Lip Treatment, like this clear lip gloss, and I'm just gonna put that over it. Because I feel like with the whole Valentine's Day look, you just kind of want those like plump looking, like kissable lips. Alright, so now that the glue has dried on this lash, I'm just going to pinch them together, and you don't have to use your fingers. You can use like whatever works for you. You can use your fingers, you can use tweezers, or like those little, the little like eyelash tools that are like curved to help you like put your lashes on. I just like to squeeze them together and then push them up, just to kind of like help them mesh together with my own lashes, and just to kind of like be pushed up and you know, fluttery and out. Alright, so then after that, I'm going to grab my Morphe MB47 brush one last time, and I'm going to go back into that Morphe 35B palette and pick up some more of that hot pink color, and just like a little bit of it, I'm just going to dab it over any area where that black glue may have gotten onto the eyelash, or the eyelid. Alright, and then my final step is I'm just going to spray my face with the Lumene Defend and Replenish Antioxidant Mist right here, just to kind of like, this isn't like a setting spray, by the way. This is kind of just like, you can like do it before your makeup, at night when you're doing your skincare. I just like to do it after my makeup. Just kidding, I'm not doing this yet. I just looked in the mirror and forgot. What I'm going to do before I do that is I'm actually going to grab a little bit more of the Glossier, I don't know how they want their name pronounced, but the Boy Brow, just like eyebrow gel, just a little bit. And what I like to do when I'm using this is, like, when I get it out of the tube, I'll literally just wipe any of the extra product off, because a lot comes out on this brush. But I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of run it through this brow, just to kind of get rid of any powder that might have gotten into my eyebrow. Alright, there we go. That's better. Alright, now I'm going to spray my face with the Lumene spray. And what I was saying is I just like to use this because it kind of adds like a glow back to my face. And then I'm just going to set everything with the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. Alright guys, so this is the completed look right here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button down below and to subscribe to my channel before you leave if you have not already. As always, all of the products that I use, the brushes that I use, where I get like all of my jewelry, that'll all be listed down below in the description box. I think that's all I have to say to you guys. Again, apologies for not keeping up with my 3 videos a week thing that I had going on there for a little bit. Life has just been a little bit hectic lately, so I'm gonna try to get back on that. I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It might just kind of be like sporadically throughout the week. So yeah, just pay attention. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.